Hello, this is the Not So Perfect Podcast, starring me, Stankzilla, and my co-host, Lord Mooseword. Say
All
hello.
right. You could have said Sir Moose word.
Nope,
I'm only a lord
nope.
in some spots. All right. Whatever. I see how it is.
Uh, this is
Don't,
the
don't respect my
podcast
title.
for March 2nd, 2017, as you can see on the screen. We're going to
Yeah.
be talking about a bunch of stuff today. Not really, a few
I mean,
things.
it's you say it's not a good news week, and I'm like, there's a lot of shit we could cover right now.
I mean, yeah, but I don't give a fuck about most of
All
it.
right. All
Therefore, it
right.
doesn't mean anything to
I
anyone.
give a fuck, so you could go die.
Okay, so it's kind of crazy. I was searching around for some good scoops for today, like 10 minutes ago, because I forgot we were doing this.
Yeah, yeah, no.
Um,
Procrastination at its best.
and I saw this video, or this like it was on, uh, you know, fucking what do you call it, SoundCloud. So it wasn't a video. It was a sound clip in which
Okay.
apparently in Doom, I think the new Doom that just came out, like a year ago or whatever. Apparently in the soundtrack you could hear "Jesus Loves You," like very faintly. And it was pretty cool. I listened to it over and over.
What?
Yeah, like
In like this in one of the songs it just says
yeah.
Jesus loves you.
Well, like you can't really hear it. It's kind of like mixed in and blended, so you can't hear it very well. But if you like are listening for it, you can hear it. It's
Wow.
it's
All
really
right.
fucking odd. But then also while looking at that, they showed the old, or not old, but like one of the other Doom's like songs. Maybe it was in the same game. I don't even remember. But
Yeah.
if you look at the sound waves or whatever the fuck those are called,
Yeah.
you'll see like little fucking pentagrams and shit.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that one. I
Yeah,
think I remember hearing about that, and I think that's really fucking cool.
I don't
But
understand how they do it, but they did it.
it's all technology. It's sound
Fucking
waves are tough
technology.
to fucking explain half the time. So, but no, that's cool. I'm assuming that they poke kind of fun in the new Doom at like there was like rumors of the Doom soundtrack and like heavy metal with the you play it and there's satanic like rituals in the background of it and stuff. So I guess saying Jesus loves you was kind of like a joke at those kind of things.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
bunch of nerds. You know.
Yeah, I'm a nerd, so I know.
Okay, well, people can choose to be freaks of nature. It's fine. It's
All right,
whatever.
well, shut up, man. Come on. Who you think's gonna watch or like listen to this? Come on.
Respectable human beings.
No, there's no respectable human beings on the internet. We're part of that.
That's messed up. Anyways, our first big scoop. It's not really big, but supposedly in Injustice 2, all five people that are really looking forward to that. Uh,
Yeah.
NetherRealm Studios, they revealed that their latest roster edition is going to be Doctor Fate. And if you've never heard of Doctor Fate, you're probably a normal human being. If you have, then you probably need to go outside because uh, he's like been in like a few comics, I suppose. I've never really seen him in any of the movies ever, but I also haven't seen like all of the movies of DC. But supposedly he's an old fucking I don't know. I don't know. He's kind of like Doctor Strange, I suppose, but he's from like the fucking
He's
1940s.
he's
So I
like
don't know.
he's like Doctor Strange's DC counterpart, basically.
Yeah, like
It seems like I was reading up on him, and all of his magic is in the form of like Egyptian themes. So like like how Doctor Strange had like
head lice.
circles and like a bunch of different like patterns and like radial symmetry and stuff. Uh, this guy basically uses like hieroglyphics and like ankhs and like the all-seeing eye kind of symbol, and that's kind of like how his magic works and shit like that. So he's an Egyptian like
God.
Doctor Strange, basically. Oh
Oh,
yeah, God. Um, and I was reading this, and apparently one of his abilities is invulnerability, and I'm like, is he like Superman or what? What's the deal? Can he use that sometimes? I don't like. How are you gonna fight him in Injustice 2? I mean, I guess you can fight Superman. So what am I saying? I don't know. It's
Shit's crazy.
he seems like an interest. I like his design, honestly. He's
Yeah,
got
he
like a
looks really cool.
cool. Yeah, I think he looks really badass.
He
But
looks like
like,
a centurion fucking what's his name? Can't remember his name now.
I honestly, yeah, I can't think for the life of me. It's been a weird day, but
Black Adam. He looks like a centurion Black Adam to me from the
oh,
first
okay,
game
all right, that makes sense.
because he's like a cape and
No,
stuff.
like I guess cool that they're adding like older, lesser known characters, but who the fuck's like? I understand there like I have some friends that are interested in the new Injustice, but I'm like, it's just another Injustice. It's the same shit. Like, and what I think NetherRealm Studios is doing is they're running out of shit to do with Mortal Kombat, so they're using other universes to kind of like revive everything. I don't know. I feel like there's only so much you can do with fighting games, especially when it comes down to Mortal Kombat and
Hey, hey,
Injustice.
hey! You calm down
I'm just saying. Just
because I
saying.
got whiff that uh that the new Marvel vs. Capcom game is coming out
Okay.
sometime.
I'm excited for that. I think
It's what is it called? Marvel vs. Capcom Unlimited or something?
I
Infinite.
think oh yeah, yeah. Isn't that one coming to the Switch?
Possibly. I don't know.
I
Let
can't remember.
me.
But anyway, see, I feel like Capcom knows how to make those fighting games. Like they've done Street like oh wait. Yeah, they were Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Um and then I feel like those companies know what they're doing when it comes to fighting games. NetherRealm was always like, ha, extreme violence, and here's Mortal Kombat again, and here's another Mortal Kombat, and we're not going to make another Mortal Kombat movie because that'll end up being terrible. So,
They honestly should make a new one.
no, no, please no. Please no. For
Okay,
the love of
you keep rambling on. I have to go do something real quick. This is very unprofessional, but I don't care.
God.
Go on Overwatch.
What? Okay. So anyway, since that loser left, uh, if you have been paying attention to Overwatch, which I personally have not until today, um, they are releasing a new character who is currently available for playtesting. And I believe the name is Osira,
Yeah.
or yeah. Um, and it's another fucking robot. Uh, but we looked at the move set. It looks interesting, but it looks like an amalgamation of a bunch of different heroes in Overwatch. Um, Also, she seems to have the voice of Farah,
Oh,
which
I haven't listened to it yet.
I listened to the voice and it sounds just like Farah, which makes me really confused because the little girl, what's her name? Does she have a name?
I think it's Ellie.
Okay, she is from Numbani. Now I'm not sure if Farah's from Numbani or not.
No, well, no, because she's Egyptian, right?
Well, I mean that doesn't mean that she can't be from fucking Numbani. Numbani is like full of a bunch of people. Um. Oh, okay. She does in Guys at Egypt. Never mind. Um. But if you listen to the voice, it does sound like Farah, and
Hmm.
I don't know if that's like intentional. Like they're like, hey, this character or this robot might have something to do with those like Farah and Anna. I don't know. I don't know what the dealio is with lore wise, but they released a video today, so it's a like a very short animated thing. with like very little animation, but whatever. Um,
Short
but
animated
yeah,
thing with very little animation. Yes, good job.
well, it's like the stop,
It's
it's
time to
like
stop.
basically
Yeah,
a
I know.
slideshow, and it shows like slightly moving images. I forget what that's called.
Stop motion.
It's not stop motion because stop motion is a bunch of images made up to create one fluid video. This is more like a bunch of images kind of set up like a slideshow and very like slowly changing and transitioning into one another. I forget what that's called, but
Slideshow, I believe. Actually.
shut up. Anyway, do you have anything else to say about that character, or did I basically take the spotlight on that one?
Yeah, I mean, she just kind of reminds me of like, um, what's her name, like Diva, because, well, like you said, a bunch of characters, because like Diva, she can shoot while walking, but it makes her slower. But then
Yeah.
she can like power up people, so it's kind of like Mercy. But then she can also like bring people in, so it's kind of like Zarya. It's just weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
She's just an all arounder, but she's a tank, so I don't know. She's not real
I'm still waiting
fast.
on Doomfist because I really want um
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews to voice him. I really do. I feel
I
like he would.
hope it's not though. That would be so
I
fucking
feel like
funny.
he would be the best fit, honestly. Like he's good. He's good. He's a good voice actor, surprisingly. So, um, yeah. Continue on with your
Oh wait,
next.
yeah. Okay, so I'm reading her abilities. It says
Oh,
her abilities include Fortify, which reduces the damage she takes and makes her immune to action impairing effects,
okay.
and Protective Barrier, a stationary barrier that can be deployed to block enemy attacks. Her ultimate is Supercharger, which launches a device that buffs damage done by any teammate in its line of sight. The device
Oh,
itself
okay.
can be destroyed by enemies.
Oh, okay. That kind of
Okay.
so that does kind of remind me of Anna's ult.
Yeah.
Um, but you can stop it, I guess.
Yeah, you
So
can
that's
shoot the.
kind of
It's kind
cool.
of like in Paladins where Grok, the healer dude, he's like a healer troll man. I don't know. He's weird. He throws down a little totem and it heals people in a circle, and if you destroy it, and then it stops healing. So I'm
No, okay.
assuming it's like that. They're just ripping off paladins now, and it's honestly disgusting. And
Oh my god.
need to I need to get it out to the world.
I know you love
It looks
paladins.
exactly like it, man. They're just copying, and everyone that plays that game is a bad person now because I said so.
Well, yeah, because what they can do right now is they could basically rip everything from paladins, and people would be like, "Oh, paladins copied from Overwatch."
Dude, they
Like
fucking would because no one does
nobody
any
gives
research.
nobody gives a shit. But then again, they're completely different games.
It pisses
It's
me
just
off.
like everybody was like comparing, "Oh yeah, Overwatch is the same as Battleborn, or Overwatch is the same as like TF2." And it's like you look at them and they're completely different games mechanically, and they all have different stuff. It's just the genre. Like they're the same genre, but
Yeah.
it's just a different game. So I fucking
I
people
don't know.
suck.
I just like to poke fun at it because people mercilessly go on saying, "Oh, Paladins took this from Overwatch, took this, took that, took that," and it's like, shut up. No one gives a fuck. You fucking dummy. It's a free game. Who cares?
All right, whoa, calm down, man.
I hate everyone. Everyone should not be alive. I think. I think that would be
Whoa,
way better for the
whoa,
world.
whoa. All
We'd
right,
stop leeching off Mother Earth.
all right, Mega Hitler.
Hey,
Okay, calm
I
down.
didn't just want one race of people. Okay, everyone
Just
except for
everyone.
me.
All right, that sounds kind of.
Okay. Anyways,
Anyway, all right.
there's this little tiny game. It's not tiny, I guess, but there's this little game called Quadrilateral Cowboy, and it was
I
made
still gotta look this up.
by Blendo Games. Never heard of them before, but they're a little uh, startup game company, I assume, because this game is very simplistic in its features. Not well, maybe not in its features, but in its like art style and such. And it's a very unknown game because it's not very accessible for most people, I suppose, because it has elements of coding, and because of that, it makes for some very interesting gameplay. I've found. I've never played it. I watched Northern Lion on YouTube play it a bunch. He's a coding master supposedly, self-proclaimed of course, but he he does a lot of coding and he played through a bit of it and it looks really fun. Basically, what you got to do is you're kind of like a mercenary in a way. You get paid to do these jobs and you go through and you have to, you know, you have to get some shit done, but you have to do it all through the power of coding. And it's really cool. But so last night at the GDC Awards of 2017, um, there's a bunch of games that were nominated for stuff, and I'm gonna run through a bit of the games or of the prizes and who won them. So
I'm gonna stop you there.
yeah.
I did not realize that the creator of Quadrilateral Cowboy was the same developer as 30 Flights of Loving, which was on the most recent Humble Bundle,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and I have to play that game because it's apparently hilarious and ridiculous, and
yeah. They're
yeah,
all like little square people, and they look real
yeah.
cute.
So apparently in Quadrilateral Cowboy they use some of the same graphics.
Hmm.
But hey, if it's a cool game idea, then just fucking go with it. Anyway, continue.
So I'm assuming this is Seamus McNally Grand Prize.
Okay.
It's SEUMAS. So Seamus, I guess. So there was Inside that was nominated, Stardew Valley, which was nominated,
Okay.
Quadrilateral Cowboy, which was nominated, Event Zero, Hyperlight Drifter, and Overcooked all were nominated, and Quadrilateral Cowboy won. So that's pretty good for them.
Those are all good games, by the way.
Yes. Best Audio. So The Flame in the Flood, Goner, Virginia, Hyperlight Drifter, Everything, Inside, and then Goner apparently won. I've never heard of that. It's Art in Heart.
I'll have to check it out.
Excellence in Design. Uh, Imbroglio, I
I
guess.
have
Ultimate
no
Chicken
idea.
Horse. Duskers, Overcooked, Event Zero, and Quadrilateral Cowboy, which that won for excellence in
Oh,
design. Um, let's see if there's any more. No, they apparently they won a few of them, which is good for them,
yeah,
seeing as how
that's
they're a
cool.
little company.
An indie company, yeah.
Yeah. Apparently Overwatch won the like Game of the Year award
I'm
from
done. I'm
for
done.
GDC
I'm done.
awards.
I'm I'm so done with Overwatch. It's ridiculous.
it's a
I
it's an interesting game. I just like other games more.
like
I don't
I
know.
like I had fun with it when I did, but I have not touched that game in like almost a year. So it's just not as fun for me anymore. It's not that I don't find it that like compelling. But anyway,
Anyway, yeah. Um, so yeah, good for them, and I hope to see that Blendo Games make very many more video games that are as deserving for the Seamus McNally Grand Prize.
whoever that guy is, yeah.
It's just Seamus McNally, dog. Don't worry about it.
All right.
In other news, we have correspondent Sir Mooseword on the scene with the reviews, the glowing reviews
Yeah.
for the new Zelda game
All
called
right.
Stink of the Wild.
All right. You can shut the fuck up because I'm excited as shit right now. So if you don't know, which how would you not? If you're on the internet at all, Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild has gotten pretty much perfect reviews from every single reviewer that has reviewed it. There's a few out there, few outliers that are like 4.5 out of 5, and then there was one group that was 94 out of 100. But other than that, like Game Informer, 10 out of 10. IGN, who hates water, 10 out of 10.
They hate water.
Yeah, did you hear about that?
No.
Uh, Pokemon. Which one was it? It was Alpha Sapphire and
Yeah.
Omega Ruby. They were like they gave it a 7.5 out of 10 or whatever because, and then one of their bad remarks was too much water. So it's become kind of a joke. But let's see. Kotaku, they just said that it was fucking perfect. GameSpot, 10 out of 10. Polygon, 10 out of 10. Time, 5 out of 5. They don't even know what games are. Um, there's so many. I mean, this if this is why you're getting a Nintendo Switch, I think your money's going to be worth it. Um, just for the because apparently there's like 76 to 100 side quests. There's um there's like the map is fucking enormous. It's just open world and like from the beginning of the game, you could go straight to the final boss. You don't even have to go through the dungeons. You'll probably lose, but for like speedrunners and shit, you could just go to the final boss and say fuck it. Um I'm really excited for this game. As soon as I found out that the review crazy, like I heard from some people who got it early, they were like, "Yeah, this game's fucking great." Um, but actually seeing the reviews and having like strict people that like review this stuff for a living, giving it like perfect scores is pretty crazy. Because it's not often that you see a game get a 10 out of 10. Usually there's something wrong with 9 out of 10 or whatever. Um,
Unless you're IGN
unless you're IGN.
and you
Yeah.
get paid off to give 10 out of 10s.
Yeah, exactly. Which could have been the case this way, but I don't think Nintendo paid off every single one of these companies. Um, because from what I've seen of Breath of the Wild, it looks amazing. It sounds amazing. The gameplay looks fucking great. I'm really excited. So, uh, yeah, if you're looking for an adventure game, get Breath of the Wild. Just fucking go for it. Because even if you just have a Wii U, because it is on Wii U,
Oh, they
I'm getting a
reported
Nintendo.
it to Wii U?
It was originally supposed to be on Wii U only,
Hmm.
uh, and then Nintendo Switch came out and they bumped up the graphics. There's less pop in on the Switch. There's better native resolution on the Switch. There's a bunch of stuff that like it'd be better to play on the Switch. But if you do own a Wii U and you don't want to buy a new console, you can, or if you don't own a Switch and you want to play it, you can just play it on the Wii U. Um, that way, you're still getting the experience. It's kind of like what they did with, was it was it Twilight Princess that was on GameCube and Wii? I think it was. Um, and that was kind of what they're doing here. But I'm excited to get the Switch just for Legend of Zelda. I'm so hyped. But anyway, I
Good
know
for you,
you
man.
aren't
I
because you could
mean,
give less of a shit.
I at first I was very opposed to the Switch and the new Zelda game. I mean, for no good reason other than I just don't give a fuck
Yeah.
about it because I've never had a connection with Zelda like other people do. I'm like trying actively to play the 2DS version of what Ocarina of Time, and I
Okay.
can't. I can't get past it. I don't
Okay.
know why. Like I don't know. It's just nothing. It's really reaching to me with it. I think it
Okay.
probably is like one of those things where you have to be indoctrinated into it early to understand why people love it and
Yeah.
yourself to love it. But I just can't. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but I
I
can't.
feel like with Legend of Zelda, I was introduced to it fairly early. First Legend of Zelda that I ever played was A Link to the Past. Um, and then I didn't end up having a Nintendo 64, but my friend owned Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time, and I would always go over to his house and be like, "God, this game's fucking amazing! Like, You know, everything's in 3D. The graphics are amazing. Well, at the time they were amazing. Um, they're not. They don't hold up as much as they used to. Um, but I feel like having that sense of like adventure and shit. I feel like when you're a kid, you really feel that a lot more. So
Yeah, I when I played it, I did have fun a little bit, but that was only in the Deco Tree, like the dungeon or whatever.
yeah.
That first one where you fight the fucking spiders, that was pretty cool.
May I ask where you're stuck on? Like where you
I
stop?
It's like where you have to like sneak in to get to Zelda, and she gives you like the fucking Triforce or some shit. I think right, or she
Oh yeah,
gives
that
you a
part's
piece.
annoying. And once you get past that part, it's it's a lot better. So if you can get through that garbage sneaking mission.
I got past it. It's
Oh, you
just
got past it?
yeah, I don't know. Also like the town, the first town you come to get into like the castle or whatever. That shit's just way too confusing with the fucking camera angles. It pisses me off.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, at the time, like on the N64, it was like, oh, this is great. This town's great and shit like that. But I can imagine it feeling a little bit more dated with like, us being more used to video games of now. So,
More used to games that don't give you motion sickness from just walking around a town.
all right, you need to calm down.
Okay,
Just need to calm
anyways,
down.
let's stop riding fucking Zelda's wee wee
I'm
for a minute
sorry.
and
I'm
start
excited.
riding Dave Chappelle's wee wee
Yeah,
because
in non-game related news.
yeah, I mean it might as well be game related news. I mean,
Yeah,
come on.
it's Dave Chappelle. He's a gamer. You remember that one skit that he did where he like went to see that kid in the hospital, and the kid started kicking his ass at like NBA Street or something,
No.
and then Dave Chappelle like looks at him and he's just like, "All right, I'm gonna go hard," and then he just kicks the kid's ass, and then the kid dies. Anyway, that's the
Well then,
joke. It was funny.
I
Um,
guess.
but he's like, "I kicked your ass!" Like it was hilarious. Anyway,
Anyway, in non-murdering children news, Netflix has announced that Dave Chappelle is going to be returning March 21st to debut his two specials that are coming to Netflix, and
I'm
it's worded kind of odd. It says two specials, one event, so I'm assuming like it's gonna be one Netflix special, and it's gonna have two sets or
yeah, especially
something.
when it's being released on March 21st. Like it didn't have multiple dates. It was just the 21st.
So either
So
two things are gonna come out, or one thing with two sets of Dave
yeah,
Chappelle stand up.
yeah, maybe he had two stand-up
Premieres.
shows that he did,
Oh,
and they're just kind of like making it into one like
yeah.
thing. Um, I'm interested to see it because it's been forever since he's done like a
Yeah,
comedy
I
thing.
haven't been, paying attention to what he's been doing, but he's been gone for like a while, so I'm just like curious to see what he's been up to.
Well, I mean, he was on SNL um the week after the Trump election when he was when he won. Uh so and the SNL skits were hilarious too. So um I have hope that he's not gonna, be washed up or anything. I have faith that he's gonna do
do
pretty decent.
you
So
do you watch a lot of stand up or anything like that, like Netflix specials?
I'm a big fan of stand up. I
Dude, I
watched
love it.
Dimitri Martin lately.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I haven't watched him in a while. I used to like him a lot back in the day because his
he's
uh,
got
his
a
show was really good.
yeah, he got a new special called Live at the Time.
Okay.
Um, and it's a really good special. Not as much visual humor. He played a couple of like song like things that he does. Um, but he didn't do like the sketchpad thing like he did in that one special or those two
Hmm.
specials. It was very straightforward comedy, but it was still his style. So I thought that was pretty good. Um, and he also has like a special online that you can find that is just an audio special
Mm.
that is also pretty funny. So if you're interested in that, but um, I'm excited to see Dave Chappelle again. Like it's been so long since I watched this Chappelle show, and um, I miss all of his characters and everything. So I'm interested to see what they do. So
So yeah.
yeah. We got anything else from Sir Stank?
Yeah, kind of. Um,
Kind of. What do
I
you got?
mean, for people who are still playing Battlefield 1,
Ah,
they probably
yes.
already know this information,
Yeah. And
but
for those who don't know and are might be interested in getting Battlefield One,
the new expansion, They Shall Not Pass, had a trailer that revealed that it is coming out uh, in mid March. So the it will be available March 14th for people who have the premium membership thing, and it will come out 2 weeks later for the general public.
mhm,
And I'm assuming it's going to be like 25 ish dollars. I think that's how they usually roll them.
probably, yeah,
I've played Battlefield for a while, and that's generally, I think, how much they are. Can't
yeah.
remember.
Um, what's interesting, they added the French army, which that'll be fun because they do have some locations that are located in France, Soissons, uh, Fort de Vaux, and I don't know if Verdun Heights is from France, but it is a massive forest fire level, which I think is an interesting setting for a map, just in a fucking forest fire. That should be interesting. Um, but also, another one of the things they said underneath the French army was don the faction's characteristic blue uniform and defend your homeland. So I'm assuming it does have to do with defending just France, and that's what those maps are all based on. Um, they have new game mode out for that, um,
Yeah,
called Frontlines, which is apparently they describe it as a mix of conquest and rush. Um, Now, I'm not a big Battlefield person. I was gonna get Battlefield One, um, but we ended up getting Rainbow Six, um, which we could probably discuss after this too,
hmm,
if you are down. But they're adding a couple new tanks, um, some new classes for the French. I'm assuming. Yeah, yeah, it's for the French. And then there's a new stationary weapon, which is a siege howitzer, which I think is a German weapon fabricated for the French army. I cannot, I can't recall what exactly it was, but I recognize some of the weaponry. I like tanks and weapons from old wars and stuff like that. It's always cool to see that kind of stuff. So
yeah.
yeah,
Tanks back in the day were really, really cool. Like
yeah. Like now
how
it's
they even
just all
get
right.
them
We
to
have the
work.
basic one tank, but like at that point in time, they didn't know how to make tanks, so they're like, all right, let's make this new tank idea. And they had the Panzer for the German army. I mean, that was World War II, but you know what I mean. Um, and then they got some tanks that were like really like weak. They were like basically sitting ducks at points. Like there was really slow tanks, or there's not like the tanks that we see today that are like going like 60 miles per hour. Um, so it's interesting to see them add more vehicles, um, and stuff. I really like that. And apparently there's two new operations too. So if you
Whoa,
if you
whoa,
want
whoa! Hold the presses.
it, what?
I'm reading up on this. Apparently, if you
Okay.
haven't given or haven't yet given Battlefield 1 a shot, a 10-hour free trial will be available this weekend beginning at 5 a.m. PT on March 3rd, running until
Guess
10 a.m. PT on March 6th.
guess what we are doing.
Not playing that game because that game's bad.
Probably
No,
not.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, so
I mean,
the trial version will include 4 multiplayer modes on 5 maps, and also the first 2 war stories of the single player mode, which is really cool.
oh,
I really
that's
like the single player mode is really good in that game. I
I
really like
heard
it.
that. So yeah, if people are looking to possibly try out Battlefield One,
I don't know
um,
if that'll be on Xbox as well, but it says details and download links once it goes live will be available on Origin. So I guess maybe it's just PC, probably on both console and PC.
I'm guessing it would probably be on console, and I don't think they'd just make it like PC. Oh yeah, PC people start playing this. Console people, we don't give a shit about you. So, um,
Yeah. So apparently, so they shall not pass is the first of Battlefield One's 4-part premium pass. The remaining expansions will not, or which will include trips to Belgium, Russia, Turkey, and beyond, were
all
revealed
right.
yesterday.
So,
So I think they're going to the moon. I don't know exactly.
I mean, possibly. Um, I'm looking if they have more Russian stuff, that'd be cool.
Yeah, full
Um,
details are available at battlefield.com. That
wow,
is BATTLEFIELD.com.
that
We're
is
not sponsored.
PORNHUB.com.
No, that's bad for
Um,
you. You'll go to jail. Trust me, I've been there.
you will not go to jail. You might poke your eye out though. All right. Um,
That's
is
silly.
that pretty much it for the gaming news?
Yeah.
All right. Well, geez,
Oh man,
don't get so bored, man. Like
I'm tired. I woke up
the
like an
viewers
hour
and the
ago.
listeners are gonna be like, Jesus Christ, this guy doesn't even like being here. Um.
I mean, they ain't wrong.
Anyway, for those of you who are interested, uh, we are having a charity live stream. Me, Stank, and a few others are getting together March 11th.
March
Time will
11th,
probably,
2017.
yeah,
That
no,
is, not 2018.
it's 2031. No. So that's almost, or yeah, that's 9 days from now. And we'll probably do another podcast to kind of like, update everything right before that. But we are going to be playing for the ADAA, which is the Anxiety and Depression Association of America. Uh, it's a really good organization for those of you who suffer from depression and anxiety, obviously. And if you feel like donating, you can donate at my channel, which is twitch.tv/Sir Mooseword or Sir underscore Mooseword. We can probably put the link somewhere. And yeah, we will be doing that for charity. It's a 24-hour stream, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah. So anybody who listens to this, please, 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 for the love of God, show up. Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to get emotional there.
But yeah, so we'll be playing a bunch of video games and
Yep.
uh
And we'll probably have a multiplayer thing. We might get some TF2 going. So if anybody wants to join us for TF2, we can do that.
got
Um,
TF2. We got I might be playing Dead Space. I
yeah.
might be playing Paladins. I might be
Uh,
playing you
Tom's
know,
going to be playing some horror games.
um
My friend Nick is going to be playing Gigantic. He'll probably play something else for the
ooh,
Xbox.
I might
He is an Xbox
mm,
streamer mainly.
okay.
Um, but and then we'll see what else we got. Maybe
Wait,
somebody will
is Nick he's gonna stream from his personal computer, right? To play.
probably. He has been playing Gigantic on his computer, so
Okay.
um, and he has plenty of stuff from that latest Humble bundle. So there's going to be a wide variety of games. It's going to be 24 hours. It might be longer. I might even make it longer myself because I'm a piece of shit. Um, Depending on how well it goes. So if people continue to donate, there's going to be incentives. Um, Only while I'm streaming though, because I'm not gonna torture everybody else. Um, like I'll one of the incentives is gonna be like if we get to like $50 donated, I will start drinking a glass of barbecue sauce, um, which is not going to be good for my taste buds, but whatever.
Dude,
Um,
if I had a webcam, I'd totally do it too. Cause I have sriracha
oh, dude.
in my fucking fridge.
Um,
How are we gonna
yeah,
keep?
I have some hot
How are we
sauce
gonna
too.
keep track of that? By the way.
I have a way of keeping track. I'm gonna do the standard donation thing. So, but yeah, please come visit that. We'll give you more details the next podcast if you are interested. Um, and yeah, that was that's all for me. So
It's probably all for me as well because there's I don't have any more topics and we don't have anything else to talk about really.
yeah, because we're uninteresting people. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Anyways, if you watch this, thank you. Give it a like and a subscribe if you are interested in this type of long form entertainment, if you can call it that. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'm gonna go probably make some food because I'm hungry.
all right.
So everyone have a nice nap tonight, and be safe, and don't do drugs unless they're good for you. Drugs. Anything you gotta say?
No, you did so
Okay.
good.
Thanks. Thanks. Bye.